don't get love from a marriage, you bring love to a marriage. Hey, hey.
The Chris and Lori Show.
We're back. What's up? All right. We're going to talk about intimacy today. Into me, I see. Intimate relationships are a great, great mirror for us. And why do you think they work, love? I know ours works.
That's a good question. I think the most important thing about any kind of relationship certainly is communication and being able to share what's going on and then being able to listen to the other person. And that often takes discipline, sometimes work, effort, commitment.
Yeah. There's a book, 5 Love Languages, which is a great book to at least know what the love language is of the person you're in a relationship with, because very often they're different, how we express love and how we want to receive love. And in that book, they talk about in the first 2 years of a relationship, it's almost like being on drugs. So the high, a lot of people confuse that with intimacy. And then when they don't have that high like they do in the beginning and it becomes about connection, intimacy, very often when a commitment happens, people move in together, they get married, all their unfinished business comes up.
Everything comes up.
And that's where the work is, Ultimately, we have to, most people in relationship meet with their masks, and to push past that, it takes some work, it takes some effort. That's where the communication come in also.
Absolutely. And definitely the commitment to do so, because it's going to happen, right? And you want to have that partnership be available to support in healing or moving through it. And I believe that's what it's for, the holy relationship. Why we get together in that kind of coupleship, if we're married or if there's a commitment in a relationship that's intimate beyond, say, a family member. There's a whole level of desire to work through all of it, all the stuff that comes up, and it's deep. Sometimes it's fun, and a lot of it's your perspective of how you want to look at it, because things can be really heavy, and we can turn all that stuff around and make it more fun and lighthearted and easier for the other person and even myself to digest. So it's it depends on how you let it unfold.
Yeah, we do a good job of that. We've practiced. We've been at it for quite some time together. And another thing too is intimacy is very fulfilling. A lot like casual encounters, whether it's casual dating, casual sex, these things, they don't fill us up as much as we've been maybe conditioned for that growing up or in the world. And what does fulfill us is a deep, intimate, rich relationship. And I venture to say most people want that or are looking for that, just don't really know how to go about it.
And it doesn't seem as sexy as what the movies portray, the you complete me and that other,
Wait, I don't? I thought I did. Oh, man.
So it's, we're going against the norms of society of what is, put out there in the media. I mean, listen to songs, particularly songs of the 80s and 90s, love songs. It still happens now, but it seems particularly deep, the level of codependency and
there's so many good ones though.
Yeah, it's so much fun. And so how do you get, we're caught in that, right? We grow up with it and we're caught in that kind of Cinderella, this perfect person. And there are perfect people, and Chris is perfect for me. He's not a perfect person. Oh no! But he's definitely perfect for me, and for me in my healing, and then in together as a unit, we do a pretty good job together.
Yeah,
which is fun. It's a fun experience.
And relationships aren't about you complete me. It's about two people being complete and coming together and expressing their completeness. I say this often to people: you don't get love from a marriage; you bring love to a marriage. So the idea that you complete me or I get this from you is not the same as I'm already complete. What can I give to you? What can I bring to the relationship? And that's a whole different come from. So, it may take some work on yourself to get to that place of, and it starts with really loving yourself also and knowing that as a being, I'm complete. And then the relationship becomes about the expression of that completeness. So that's exciting. Yeah. Awesome. Great.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Anything else?
It's funny because when we do these videos, we don't script it. We'll talk a little bit about, well, what do you want to talk about? What do you think? And we go for it. And it's very spontaneous and it's really authentic. And you probably picked up on that. And that's very much how we have unfolded in our relationship, which is, it's probably also unusual. Even in the kitchen, like I'll do this and he'll do that, and it's never been discussed or talked about. It's just a groove that we both fit in, and it's very authentic and very spontaneous, and oftentimes a little spooky. I don't say it much, but it's nice. It's nice to have that groove. So recognize that when you have it, and also recognize it when you don't. Because when the groove isn't there for us, it's really pronounced for me because so often it is.
Yeah, well, get in the groove. Find a relationship
groove.
and find your groove.
Find your groove.
Awesome. Well, thanks as always for listening, and
Share, like, and subscribe.
And comment on what do you in your relationships? What's worked for you? We'd love to hear. Love to hear from you. And as always, thank you. Till next time. See you.
Bye.
Have an amazing
You are loved.
relationship in life.